Our topic for today is corporate co-innovation.
I would say that the highest value a startup could bring to a well-established company like Ocean is to really accelerate the innovation and to bring in such capabilities that we actually can't really unlock inside the company.
Could you tell us a little bit more about your company and all of the ways that you do co-innovation in?
Yeah, sure. We're mainly focusing on patient-centric digital solutions. So how we do that is we look at the trends, what's going on in our therapeutic areas in the world. So we look at, where the investments are going. We also look at, in which areas are the most amount of startups. And so we look at the trends, and then we also look inside what's going on in our organization. Where do we want to be strong? Where, we look at patient pools. We look at where do we want to differentiate ourselves. And once we have that, we put out a challenge for startups. And then we look for mainly Series A plus kind of startups. The money, how much money they have, it doesn't really matter for us. It's more like that they are on the market already, they have a pharma partnership, they are tested and tried. So that's the kind of startup solution that we are looking for.
And then Agnes, you also come from a big retailer, so it's also a corporate. How is this process for you? Is it different? Do you just partner up with startups, or do you also partner with different entities?
If you bring in the startup mentality, you are able to bring to the market a mobile application, an MVP in less than 4 months, because we applied human-centered methodology, HI product development, and that's it. On the other hand, where we do see another opportunity to start working together are the universities and the innovation hubs, because those are definitely a super great way to bring in talents and to retain talents and bring in a so-called fresh blood to our organization.
I couldn't help but notice you, Peter, smiling when Agnes was talking about startups and how they're succeeding in this field. Could you maybe share a little bit from your perspective? You were talking about this regulated field that you are working in, so I would assume that your experiences are a little bit different.
This is about building trust with other people, with other parties, especially with, in our case, with hospitals. Also, when we are talking about this kind of institutions, and also when we come to big medtech companies, because we see competitions by them, so they are also coming up with new digital solutions. COVID was a big hit for them, and a big chance for us, because we can deliver everything, I would say, fully online, this kind of training. But still, it's pretty difficult to convince them that this new kind of ways is really working. And this is about the so-called immune system, the resistance to change, which is basically a kind of attribute of big companies. So this is what we need to fight first. But if they're already a kind of openness, they are starting, for example, with plug and play or such kind of formats, we have also been doing this, then it's more easy, because they already have and they already show some openness towards working with other players and bring outside knowledge and expertise and mindset from outside into the big company. The problem is, in many cases, that they bring those entities too early, too close to themselves, so that immune system immediately goes and attacks those small entities. So a kind of advice for big players: make it slow, okay? And so then and wait a little bit. Okay, I know that ROI is important, and you have the yearly budget, and you need in many cases a yearly turnover and return on the, I would say, investments, but it's rather to use other kind of metrics. So definitely not the financial ones, which is key for a player listed on the stock exchange and having strong shareholders. But startups and this kind of collaboration should be measured pretty differently, based on learning, because that's the first also for startups.
Mm-hmm.